Firehouse Stories. My name is Bob, and this is Doug. And we tell stories, behind-the-scenes stories of the fire service and people that work in the fire service. And we've got a special person here with us today, Brian. He's going to tell some of his stories. But before we let you talk today, I'm going to tell one of my own.
Okay.
Practical jokes, we talk, ran rampant. And the best type of practical joke was if somebody had an interest or a little bit of a weakness. The best practical joke was to take advantage of that. And we had a guy that he just started, but we knew he was a germaphobe. Quite the germaphobe. So I don't know if anybody's ever had Concord grapes, but they're the real dark purple grapes. But the immature ones were small, like the size of a tapioca. And just
a booger.
A booger, and just about the same color as a booger. So,
sorry, Bob, your story.
Yeah, that's okay. That's what we want, and so I picked out one of those from a vine, and I put it between these two fingers. And I had a buddy that was sitting over here, and he had a newspaper open. He was reading, and they had this new guy that we knew was a bit of a germaphobe. He was sitting across from me. And, so I'm going to get to know him. So we sit down and, I said, so you married? And he says, oh, yeah. And I says, how many kids you got? And he says, I got some. He's eating a sandwich, right? But his father was on the job. His father was a germaphobe, too. So we knew this guy was, right? So I'm picking my nose.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
And how I know. And he's trying to eat a sandwich and not really look at me. But, I'm having this very genteel conversation with him, very nice, right? Finally, I finished picking my nose, and then I start rolling my fingers around because I had this thing here, right? And I'm rolling it around, and I'm seeing him eating the sandwich, but he's looking at my finger that's up here, just rolling this thing around. Every once in a while, I let him get a good look at it, right? And finally, I catch him looking at it, or he's looking at it, and I pretended to notice. Oh, Jesus, Gary, I'm sorry. I said, that's rude. You're really trying to eat. And I threw it, and I hit the guy's paper, and it rolled over in front of him, and went... You're
He's probably got PTSD from that. I'm sure. I worked with that guy for a while.
Did you?
Yeah, up at Number 8 Company, and he had his own cleaning supplies in his locker just in case the station was out.
And ours weren't probably strong enough for him.
No, his were full strength, yeah. And he would come in. I mean, the poor guy was stricken with OCD, something fierce, and he'd set the station up his favorite way first. Before he put his gear on the truck, he'd come in early, make sure all the blinds were at 23.5 degrees to match the tilt of the globe and that sort of thing. Whatever it was. So one April Fool's Day, we all came in early, and the other squad was in on it, and they helped us rearrange the entire hall. We put the kitchen furniture out in the family room area, and we moved the TV and the TV chairs into the kitchen. And when he came in, he didn't know what to do. He just sat down in a chair with his head in his hands. He was like, oh, no.
How can we work this way?
This was a slower station, so they sent a lot of tours out our way. Yeah. And one time, we always had a routine where this guy who is the germaphobe guy, he would go down to the basement and set up the videos, the ABCs of fire protection for the little kids, that sort of thing.
All tickety-boo.
Yeah, and then we would take them in groups and show them the fire trucks, and they'd all end up down and watch the movie. Well, at one point, I'm on one side of the tanker, and another guy's on the other side of the tanker with a group of kids, and I wanted to show them how the jet dump worked. And there's a switch, a pneumatic switch that would open up the side jet dump so you could fill a portable tank. And I said, okay, now watch that opening right there. There's going to be a lot of water come out. And I flip the switch, and I hear activate. I could hear the water coming out, but it wasn't coming out. And suddenly I hear the kids on the other side of the truck roaring with laughter because I dumped it right on one of the other guys. It was totally by accident.
On the wrong side.
He didn't believe me, though. He thought for sure I did it on purpose.
Well, Doug's got a story about that. When you were working, it's probably at the same hall with a guy that was, again, a germaphobe, but not the same one. And he was also, the senior guy was always a branch man, right? So if you were working at a station with a hydrant man, And he was the branchman was senior. You never got a chance to go on the branch until he went on holidays, and maybe they brought somebody in to replace him that's junior to you, and then you got to be.
Oh, at 9.
Yeah. So you want to tell us with the porta poo?
I thought we did tell that one.
No.
Oh, oh, that's a good one to tell.
Get at her.
Let's get at it.
Well, yeah. No, I got shipped out there because the guy who's normally driving, he was off. He got a hook in the eye, so I was out there driving for a while, and he was off. Well, then he was come back, so I got put back on the back of the truck. Well, I'm senior to this guy on the back who was a germaphobe, and he was always saying, I'm the branch man, which is actually the nozzle man. And so anyways, I got put back on the back. So I came in that morning and I said to him, I said, I'm the nozzle man, I'm the branch man. And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, I'm senior to you. Well, aren't you driving? I said, no, the driver's back. Oh, well, all right, fine. He started pouting.
Oh, you started to pout, did he?
Yeah. Well, as soon as he started pouting, I thought, fuck you, I'm going to get to it. So we go in and we have our coffee, and we get alarmed in a report of a construction trailer on fire. And we go wheeling down and get down to where the construction trailer is, and it's a Johnny on the spot beside the construction trailer. And so anyways, he says to me, I said to him, listen, I said, you can be the branch. He said, no, wait. That's bad smoke, he said. I said, well, don't stand in the smoke. Stay out of it. No, you want to be the branch. You take the nozzle. Whatever. So I went over and like that, and that's all it took.
How's that go?
It was probably just a toilet paper roll in there, because that's pretty well the only thing in there that's burnable, right?
Well, yeah, but where it was is in the back of it. Somebody had dumped gasoline or something in the toilet, like the shitter part, and it burned a hole into the back of the shitter part. So I said to the captain, I said, it's out. I said, nothing to it. He said, well, give everyone a good blast. And he said, don't worry, get out of here. And this guy who's germaphobe, he's standing there. He couldn't have been in a more perfect spot. So all I did was I took the nozzle and I fired it right into the hole. And I could hear the water inside and the shit and everything. Bang! And the toilet seat came up and it hit the toilet seat. The door sprung open and the spring pulled the door shut just a little bit, and it bounced and it just covered him.
Oh no!
From head to toe with blue water, toilet paper that was starting to fall apart, and he just stood there going, I couldn't have done it better.
He blamed you. He thought you actually
he
set him
thought
up.
I'd done it on purpose.
Yeah, he was angry with Doug, that's for sure. Well, thank you for coming and listening to our stories today. I think we had 3 pretty darn good ones. If you liked it, please press the like button, or if you liked it as much as we did, please press the like button. We post every Friday, and if you don't want to have to come looking for us, press the follow button, and it'll just come to your mailbox every Friday. So until next Friday, be well, and we'll see you then.